everybody, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about what happens when you mix different colors of Neocaridina shrimp in the short term and in the long term. So this is my Skittles tank, and what my Skittles tank purpose is for my shrimp collection is all my various projects. You're always going to get shrimp that don't fit, shrimp that you don't want in that particular tank. So some of them are pretty good still, because some tanks I'm trying to breed super high quality, my project tanks, and then in other tanks I'm just pulling out the bad shrimp. And so the shrimp that I don't want in that particular project, for whatever reason, they all come to live in this tank, my Skittles tank. You can mix different colors of shrimp that are closely related to try to serve a breeding purpose and try to make a certain shrimp pop out, or sometimes you can just say, hey, these are pretty closely related shrimp, and just accept that some of them are going to be bad and be okay with it. This tank here is what remained of my yellow line I used to have a long time ago that just quit breeding on me. So I put in a whole bunch of reds, and that was probably over close to 2 years ago at this point. And then I got the idea I wanted to make some red rillies, so I put some blue jellies in here to make some red rillies. And then when I started getting red rillies popping out, I moved those guys over to this tank to try to start my own red rilly line. So I mixed different colors of shrimp with that purpose. So what most people will tell you is that you mix different colors of shrimp, you'll end up with colorless wilds within a couple generations. And right here, I can tell you that is simply not true. While mixing different colors of shrimp will definitely give you lower quality shrimp, and you'll get different shrimp than the ones you put in eventually, you will not get all colorless wild shrimp. This week I took down my old guppy pond, and before I ever even had a designated Skittles tank, the shrimp I called out, I didn't know what to do with, so I just tossed them in my guppy pond, and I've not put a single shrimp in here in 3 or 4 years. And if you look real close here, you can, I'd say about 30-40% of them are gray colorless shrimp. But you can see there's still red ones. There's lots of black ones and chocolate looking ones. And you get wild ones, the back stripe. I mean, they are wild. A lot of them are wild to a certain extent. If you look, I found some red rillies. There's a few blue ones that were in here. There's some carbon rillies that were in here. And so, I mean, these were culls 3 or 4 years ago. These were the worst shrimp I had 3 or 4 years ago. And you can see we have not all colorless shrimp. There are some beautiful black ones. I mean, you can get black ones by mixing. You'll get good black ones popping up when you mix shrimp. I've discovered that. Look at that nice carbon rilly you can see darting across there. So again, like I said, all kinds of shrimp were in there, all random, all calls, and they've been left to their own devices. I've not pulled out, not called, not done anything in here. And in 3 or 4 years, this is what you get. Like I said, probably 30-40% are clear and colorless, so true to a certain extent, but certainly not all colorless wild shrimp. You definitely have some cool, interesting shrimp to look at. That's for sure. Look at those guys. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this is the video footage. Not added a shrimp 3 or 4 years. And these are all just random culls. So, there you go. That's what happens after a long time of random shrimp being put together. So I didn't want to put these in my Skittles tank, so I had a outside pond. There's still a few guppies in there, and so I ended up just putting all them shrimp in an outside shrimp pond that wasn't doing so good. So I figured out what to do with them. And so now they're going to live outside, and I'll figure out what to do with them in the fall. So I took down that guppy pond. I'm putting in a new rack of tanks. So for lots more shrimp tanks, so stay tuned and check it out. There's old guppy pond I've had before all my tanks, upside down by the shed. And there you have it, mixing different kinds of shrimp for certain purposes and just letting them go wild, seeing what happens after 3 or 4 years. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.